Is it working? Oh. Yo! Welcome to the Metal Bastards Hangout YouTube channel. Here on YouTube.com. Also streaming over on Twitch. Always forget to say that when I go live. But yes, we are streaming over on Twitch too. So here we are. Yes, well, here it is. The Pantera Deep Dive. That's right. The Pantera Deep Dive, where we basically talk about all 9 studio albums, from 1983 all the way till 2000, the final studio album. Now, okay, so yeah, Pantera seems to be a divisive band. There's people who love Pantera and there's people that hate Pantera. But there's also...
I don't understand the hate.
I don't get it either. And then you have a different selective kind of fan base that there's some that like the 80s Pantera, right? And don't like the 90s Pantera. Then vice versa. You got people who love the 90s Pantera and hate the 80s stuff. And deem it glam metal.
I love it.
And as we go through these albums, I'm gonna pinpoint why this is not full-on glam metal. Which I've been trying to educate some people on for quite a long time. And some people still don't get it. So anyways, going into this, I just got to look up one piece of information. Because I think... Okay. Alright, so... Okay. Alright, so Pantera, obviously from Arlington, Texas, formed in 1981. And I just want to look up the lineup early on, because I think... Okay. See what kind of information's here. Okay.
Yeah.
Before we go into this.
Yeah, you had Terry Glaze.
Yeah, but...
Donnie Hart and bassist Tommy T. Bradford.
Yeah, that's what I was actually trying to look up here, because I wanted to, double check and see, what the earliest lineup was. I probably should have wrote this down. Okay, so yeah. Obviously, you got Vinny, Paul Abbott on drums. You got Darrel Abbott on lead guitars. Terry Glaze on rhythm guitars. Early on, that is. And 2 more members. So the original lead vocalist was a guy named Donnie Hart.
Yes.
And the original bassist was Tommy D. Bradford. So in 1982, Hart left the band and Terry Glaze took over on vocals. And around this time, too, is when Rex Rocker, that's right, Rex Rocker, became the bass player. And Dimebag Darrel was not called Dimebag Darrel yet. He was called Diamond Darrel. In the beginning.
What was Vinny Paul? Was Vinny Paul the same all the way through?
Yeah. Yeah, Vinny Paul was always Vinny Paul, like the whole way through, the lineups.
I always say Vinny Paul was the brains and the businessman behind the band. Like, I think he had the final say over everyone, I think. Or he knew the business better, or like he knew what to do in the business, like compared to the other members in the band, I think.
Well, yeah, he's pretty much the one he's pretty much the one that studied engineering and production too.
Yeah.
You know, at least on that side of things, because Vinnie Paul did engineer like a lot of the Pantera albums and co-produced them. But anyways, yes. So early on the first 4 albums, at least, Diamond Vinny's dad, Jerry Abbott, a country music producer, produced the first 4 Pantera albums. And that's probably where Vinnie Paul learned a lot of his, recording techniques, I'd imagine, from his dad.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So then in 1983... wow, I should have fucking edited out of this. Okay, here we go.
I have Wikipedia up on my TV, so if we need any, stuff, you can always trust the internet to an extent.
Alright, so released on June 10th, 1983.
Yeah.
Would be this.
Pantego Studio Sound, Pantego Sound in Pantego, Texas.
Yep, that's where it was recorded at.
And the album tracks length is at 39 minutes, 37 seconds.
Yep. 39 minutes, 37 seconds exactly.
And actually, Metal Magic, the album cover still.
Metal Magic, one of the goofiest album covers probably ever. Now this is just pure cheese metal right here.
Yeah, Pantera, which in Spanish is panther.
That's right, yeah. And there was a car also, there was a vehicle also named Pantera. That's right. So yeah, you got an early shot of the band there on the back.
Yep.
Okay, Metal Magic. June 10th, 1983, a month before Kill 'Em All came out. And no, this is definitely not a thrash metal album.
No, it's not. It's still a metal album.
Yeah, you can definitely tell the band's very young here. Obviously, Dime's only 17 around this period.
I think the sound on that, I hear a little bit of Motorhead and Judas Priest. I hear a little bit of that new wave stuff on this first album. That's what I hear.
Well, the opening track, Ride My Rocket, it's pretty obvious where the music in that track kind of came from.
Yeah.
Because they were heavily influenced by Kiss. And you could definitely hear Detroit Rock City in the opening track, big time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
that bass line.
Yep. It kind of has the same drum pattern. The chord progression's obviously a little different.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can definitely tell it's pretty much Detroit Rock City in a nutshell, the opening track, Ride My Rocket.
Yeah.
Wow. You talk about some cheesy ass fucking lyrics. Holy shit. Yeah, this is definitely one cornball song. However, it's kind of fun to listen to. I was just listening to this the other day, actually, to, get ready for today, actually. Yeah, Ride My Rocket, holy cow, so this is a goofy fucking song. The lyrics are just terrible. But
funny. They are terrible.
So then we go into track 2, I'll Be Alright. This one, to me, kind of has a new wave of British heavy metal sound.
Yeah.
At least that's what I hear on this track. Now, notably, I should mention Terrence Lee's vocals, Terry Glaze, whatever the fuck you want to call him. To me, his vocals really sound like Joe Elliott in spots, from Def Leppard. And that's kind of the vibe I get here, kind of like what he sounded like on Through the Night a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, this track's pretty fast paced. I mean, and Dimebag's playing, or a young Diamond Darrel, I should say Diamond Darrel. He's not Dimebag Darrel yet. It's Diamond Darrel. I should just say Diamond Darrel here. For a 17-year-old kid, he is playing some incredible guitar solos. How this band never got picked up back in the 80s is beyond me, because he is shredding. You can definitely hear You could definitely hear the Randy Rhoads influence in his playing. Definitely the Eddie Van Halen.
I think one documentary, Ben. This was a documentary in either 2009 or 10. Vinny Paul did a documentary. They were talking about Pantera. Vinny Paul said some stuff. And Vinny Paul said around 1983, most record labels hated them because the record labels thought that at that time their sound wouldn't have fit what most popular bands were doing at that time. And really, they said metal in Texas wasn't big at that time, and most record labels turned Vinny Abbott down because they think it would be a poor investment for them to invest in Texas, like metal, at that point in the 80s.
Which brings me to another point, because, yeah, the hair metal thing, okay, I get it. Mm-hmm. They had to look. They definitely had to look early on of a hair metal band, but I hear a little more in these early Pantera albums than just hair metal.
Yeah.
It's like you get some American power metal in some of these tracks. Mm-hmm. Some new wave of British heavy metal influences. Yeah, you get a little bit of that glammy stuff too, like the early Def Leppard type of sound. But all in all, I think it's more than just hair metal, to be honest. But yeah, man. Anyways, I actually I do enjoy this track right here. I'll Be Alright. I think it's a good, fast track.
Yeah. The next track I don't enjoy.
Tell Me What You Want It.
Yeah, it sounds like a Kiss song. Sounds like something Kiss would sing.
Yeah, this track, it's definitely filled with 80s cheese.
Yes, cheese.
You can tell it's a young band trying to find its sound.
Yeah, it's that 80s type. Yeah, man, it's that 80s type of cheese. That 80s cheese.
Yeah, Tell Me What You Want. It's definitely one big block of cheese. Kind of unique too, because it has like you get some like keyboard parts in this track, synthesizer parts, whatever, that really have that 80s sound. Like the keyboard parts in this track almost sound new wave. Mm-hmm. And like you said, the track does kind of have a Kiss feel to it, which I can definitely hear. All in all, yeah, it's not one of the better tracks on here, but it doesn't completely annoy me.
No.
But anyways, yeah, that's all I'm going to really say about Tell Me What You Wanted. I mean, the highlight on this track is probably Diamond Darrel's solos, to be honest. Mm-hmm. So then we got Latest Lover. Okay. Now, this track right here could probably classify as maybe a glam metal song, like an early glam metal type of track, because it kind of has that feel to it. Very of its time, very 80s sounding, Again, to me, it's kind of a forgettable track, just to be honest.
It is.
I mean, yeah, there's nothing really special with the Latest Lover, so we'll just move on to the next track. biggest part of me, now this track's really interesting to me, because this sounds more like it. It's weird. You listen to the keyboard
What is
parts
up,
of this track.
Maestro's fan? What is up, Maestro's fan? What is up, Maestro's fan? We got John in the chat.
On John? So anyways, we're on track 5, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
biggest
part of me.
Wow, this track right here, musically, it's weird because it reminds me of a Journey song. Like something off the Frontiers.
Has that Journey vibe to it.
Which is weird because ironically, Frontiers came out in 1983, and it kind of reminds me of the track, is it Open Arms? With the keyboard section, that kind of reminds me of I think it's Open Arms.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You'd think I'd know this because Journey still gets played on classic rock radio all the time. But it kind of has that keyboard vibe to it. This track, strangely, is not that bad. At least to me,
No,
I don't think
not.
it's that bad. And I think Diamond Darrel does a pretty darn good guitar solo on this track.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so then we flip it over to the second side. We got Metal Magic.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great track.
This track right here is just kick-ass early power metal, speed metal. This is definitely a speed metal.
You could say a little bit of power metal in it. There's a little bit of both in that track.
Yeah, like American power metal. This track's really good.
I think this is the first track here where Pantera starts to get fast. Like, very fast. Now, I'm not going to say not the fastest they've ever done, but this is probably where Vinny and Dime start playing, like, officially start fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I'll be alright with pretty fast, but this track seems a bit faster, I guess.
Yeah.
Because, Vinny Paul's definitely doing some double bass on this track. There's a really weird part in this track, though, man. Like, it's got, like, this... It's really weird. Before it goes into the solo, it has, like, this flying saucer type of effect with the keyboards. Yeah. It's really weird. So then we got Widowmaker. Kind of forgettable.
Yeah.
It's not special, I don't think. I'll tell you what, I'm going to talk about the production on this album, too. This definitely sounds like a demo.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I say this, now anybody that has heard this album knows what I'm talking about here. You can hear a lot of fuzz in the recording on this album.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a lot of fuzziness in it.
Yeah, it's not recorded good at all. It sounds like a demo. I mean, I remember a long time ago, a friend of mine, before I owned this, a friend of mine burnt this for me on CD. This would have been around 2007-ish. The first time I listened to it, I thought, oh, this is probably just, the CD, or what am I trying to say? Yeah, it probably sounds this way because I got it burned off a computer, it's probably just a bad download version or something. That's what I thought until I actually heard the physical CD of it. I'm like, whoa. No, it's not that. And if you turn it up in your car, man, you can really hear the fuzz, on this album. Widowmaker, this track, Widowmaker, has fuzz all over it.
Yep.
That's what makes this track really good.
It's funny. Vinny Paul said one of his influences on the first album, one of his influences for Vinny was Black Sabbath. And I think Vinny credited Widowmaker to having that kind of Black Sabbath fuzziness sound on it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can hear it, Ben, but I hear it.
Like, it just sounds like the drums are... It almost sounds like electronic drums on this album.
Yeah.
But
you could have very well added the E drums to his kit and tried it.
That's true. So then we got Nothing On But the Radio.
Nah. That's a Terry Glaze written song.
It's alright. It's
Yep.
not... I don't know, it's alright. It's kind of catchy. I would definitely say it's not anything great. I mean, it kind of has a, it definitely has an early Def Leppard feel to it. But, yeah, I don't know. It's an alright track, but I wouldn't say it's anything great.
No.
Sad Lover. Now, this track, I think, kicks ass. I love the riff in this track. Dun, 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 dun. It has like a Van Halen.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Kind of has a Van Halen type of feel to it. Yeah, I do actually like Sad Lover. I think it's a pretty cool track. I mean, really cool riffs by Diamond Darrel in this. It's pretty much all I'm gonna really say about Sad Lover.
Oh, sorry, Ben. I made a typo in my name on the stream. Whoops. I just noticed it. Oh, well, fuck it. Keep it going.
What's the Metal Ralph band?
Oh, real fan. That's one of my I don't know. Real fan. Yeah. I didn't mean to do that. I had a brain fart. Sorry, guys. It's hot outside.
Yeah, man. It's been freaking hot all day. So if we sound like half dead in this fucking deep dive, we deeply apologize. It's been brutally hot all day.
We apologize for nothing except you guys better fucking listen. Alright? Or me, Metal Mike will get the shovel. Or me, Metal Mike will go and ship barns.
And I'll get the crucifix.
What do you mean crucifix? What do you mean crucifix? I am a crucifix, damn it.
Oh, shit. Final track on here. Final track on here. We can move on from this. Rock Out. Oh,
Another Terry Glaze written song.
Yeah, and what it was originally supposed to be called.
What was it called?
Your cock out. That's what the hell it was supposed to be called. Rock Out with Your Cock Out. Wow. And I believe this was the very first song by Pantera. Well, Terry Glaze obviously wrote it. For some reason, Terry Glaze thought this was such a genius song, you know?
No, just a minute. Imagine you hear Pantera in 1994 or 93 when they're like heavy. You just hear Phil Anselmo come out and you say, "This is a song called Rock Out with Your Cock Out."
Rock out your fucking cock out, motherfuckers. That'd be Phil. I honestly can't even picture Phil singing any of this stuff, to be honest.
It'd be funny if he did sing it live. That'd be kind of funny.
I mean, he probably did. I mean, I'm pretty sure he probably did. I mean, because he joined Pantera in '87, and I'm pretty sure they were playing stuff from these first 3 albums live at the time. Bill.
And like I said, the first 3 albums they weren't really playing like at stadiums. They were playing at like small Texas festivals, Texas bars. I think Vinny said they played at church live at churches and schools, and because nobody wanted them early on.
That's actually very true. They were just playing clubs back then.
Yeah.
I mean. Yeah, it's a tough fucking business, man.
Yep.
So yeah, they definitely didn't have it easy going early on, and these were not even printed on CD back then, or I don't know if they would have been printed on. I don't even think they were printed on cassette. I think they were only printed on vinyl, like the original pressings.
Let me look that up.
At
I
least the
will look
first
that up for you. Let me look that up for you, Ben. Metal
because I got
Magic.
and I know damn well they're bootlegs.
I'm gonna see if they have a cassette tape.
I mean, whoever did these bootlegs definitely did a hell of a job. But,
Actually, Ben, yes, it was on cassette. Actually,
oh, they did have a cassette? Huh. Interesting. Yeah, they weren't printed on compact disc back in the 80s.
Nope. There it is. Here it is, Ben. I will send you a picture. Download image. Tell me when you get it, I will send it to you.
Looking now. Yeah, I don't even think I ever seen these pressed on cassette tape.
I just looked it up on Google Images. So, that's what it would have looked like. And God, that's ugly on cassette. And that's ugly even on cassette. Oh, God.
Oh, no. Oh, damn. I've never actually seen that before. So, it's probably going to be hard to pick that up. But yeah, that's like a cassette sleeve of Metal Magic.
And there's also the tape.
Alright, so where's the tape at here? Alright.
I'm downloading it. Sorry.
Two viewers, welcome to the chat room, people.
Welcome to the chat room. We do not... Feel free to chime in or throw shit at our faces. We don't give a fuck.
We don't give a fuck.
We don't give a fuck. There's the tape.
Here it is. Okay. So let me fucking blow this up. Not that big. There. Shit, if you guys can fucking make that out. It's very hard to angle mine. That's the Metal Magic cassette tape. I honestly never knew those were printed on cassette tape. Interesting. Which makes sense because they obviously probably had to have been.
Price-wise, right now, those cassette tapes for Metal Magic are very pricey. The cheapest one is like $99. I think the highest one bidded. The highest bidded one was like $400. What was it? Like $230 for the highest bidded one. So.
Wow. Alright, so I guess we'll move into the year. I should have mentioned too on Metal Magic. Metal Magic is the only Pantera album that have two guitar players. That's right. Dimebag's doing all the leads, but Terry Glaze is playing the rhythm guitars, along with Dimebag, obviously. So, yeah. But anyways, let's move on to 1984's much improved album, in my opinion, over the debut, Projects in the Jungle.
Yes, that album art cover is still,
Yeah, greatest. Get a nice shot of the band there in the back.
Yep.
So this album is definitely an improvement over Metal Magic. Like on Metal Magic, you could tell they hadn't quite found their sound. They're definitely weighing high on their influences, even though on here you can kind of hear that too. Like, I'll be honest, to me, Projects in the Jungle sounds like a lost Def Leppard album.
Yep.
A lost, good Def Leppard album, that is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, imagine if Def Leppard would have continued in a heavier direction after High and Dry. Well, basically, that's what you get here.
Yep.
Opening track, All Over Tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Now, on this track, you can kind of hear shades of what you would hear in the future when it comes to Dimebag Darrel's guitar playing. You kind of hear a little bit of that groove. At least I hear it. I mean, it's a pretty cool track. I mean, you get some double bass drum work on this track too by Vinny Paul. Notably too, I think there's more double bass drumming on this album too, which is kind of weird. You know.
Yep.
So yeah, this is a pretty good opener. Like, yeah, imagine if this would have been Def Leppard's third album, instead of Pyromania.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of
Out
the
for
vibe.
Blood. Yeah, the second track, Out for Blood.
Oh, this is just a pure speed metal track.
Mm-hmm.
This track's pretty fast, man. I mean, Vinny Paul's just going apeshit on drums on this track. You get some explosive weed playing by Diamond Darrel. I mean, it's just explosive, man.
Hell yeah, man.
Don't think I have too much more to say about that track. It's just a good little speed metal track. So then we got Blue Light Turning Red.
Pretty much. Turning Red. Mm.
Oh my god, this track is just awesome. Now it's just Diamond Darrel doing a guitar solo. Similar to like an Eddie Van Halen, or similar to Eruption. An instrumental like that. Where Diamond Darrel's just going off on the guitar, man.
Mm-hmm.
Playing all this crazy stuff. All these... Wow. I mean, what an awesome instrumental guitar shredding track this is, man. Don't really have much to say about it. It's just a really kick-ass, explosive guitar shred fest of an instrumental. So then we get into Like Fire. Man, Now this track right here definitely sounds like a lost Def Leppard track.
Oh, it does.
Like, it really sounds like it could have been on High and Dry. I think it's a pretty damn good track myself.
What do you mean it's a damn good track? I think the album is shit. I think it's horrible. Vote for Shit Barnes.
Barnes is blocked from the Metal Bastards YouTube channel. How about that, Shit Barnes?
What do you mean I'm a VIP? I'm welcome anytime I want. We gotta keep it entertaining, guys.
That's right. Isn't that the whole point of doing YouTube, is to entertain?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. At least I thought that was the whole point of YouTube, is to try to entertain.
Yeah. Well, you guys don't find me entertaining. You guys don't find me entertaining. If not, I'll come to your house and sleep on your couch. If not, I'll come to your house.
Alright, shit, boy, shut the fuck up, or this is going to turn into a 10-hour stream. Go fucking smoke your head off with all that marijuana, dude. God, that was horrible, man. You definitely tell the heat's getting to me tonight.
Yeah, it's getting to me, too.
Think of a good comeback right away, fuck. Anyways, track 5. In Over My Head, again, sounds like a lost Def Leppard track.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, this is literally like High and Dry Part 2, this album.
Yeah. I think also this time around with Pantera, just the early 80s stuff, I think they were just going with what was there at the time. Also.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely tell they're paying homage to their influences on, the first few albums, by far.
And I don't know if either Dimebag or Vinny was influenced by Def Leppard, but if they were, this would be the album probably where they're showing their Def Leppard influence.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Big time. Projects in the Jungle, the title track.
It's a good title track. It's a good title.
Is
it better than the Metal Magic title track? Is it better than the Metal?
That's... I think I like... Boy, I don't know, man.
That's a tough one for me, too.
I might like Metal... Oh, man, that is kind of tough. Projects in the Jungle. Yeah, man. This has some freaking... Okay, now, I'm going to explain something. You don't hear double bass drumming like this in glam metal.
No.
This is like full of double bass, this whole track.
Yeah.
It's just double bass. Yeah, now...
It's It's just doubles all the way through, you know. It's just like fucking doubles all the way.
I mean, yeah, it's not like the crunch heavy that you would get in 90s Pantera, obviously, but I'll tell you what, Vinny Paul does some fucking stellar drum work on these early albums. Lots of
I think also Vinny Paul was very technical on those early albums in his drumming. I think.
Yeah, I mean, he's always had a unique drumming style. I mean, but that's one thing I definitely noticed on these earlier albums. Like when they do a fast song, it's like straight. It's like with the double bass.
It's just yeah.
Kind of like a power metal song, you know, like Halloween or something. Not saying
I think
Halloween because of
I think. Well, also Vinny had those big drums. Vinny's always had big drums. Like I think he had his drums tuned down way low,
right,
which gave him a lot of bounce and a lot of power in those kick drums. I think either he tuned them, and he told his stage crews, or in the early days, I think he just tuned them himself. Yeah. I think that's why they sound, fast. I mean,
it definitely has, yeah, it definitely has that 80s drum sound, obviously.
Yeah.
It was typical of the 1980s, that kind of the electronic Def Leppard type of sound.
But if you look at drummers in the 80s, you compare, some of the big drummers in the 80s around this time. Then you have Vinny Paul with his double kick stuff. I don't think anybody was doing double kicks at that speed in the 80s.
Ooh.
I mean, you had Lars, but, you don't have anybody else really doing that kind of double kick patterns,
That's pretty true, I think.
And if we're talking speed metal, really, I would put Vinny Paul as the pioneer of just speed drumming, too.
Yeah. I mean, it was obviously pioneered by Filthy Phil Taylor, Motorhead.
Yeah.
There is a lot of double bass on Projects in the Jungle, though.
Yes.
Even on the next record that we're going to talk about, but anyways.
Yeah. Heavy Metal Rules.
Heavy Metal Rules. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn right, Heavy Metal Rules. Fun track, just a fun, athletic heavy metal track.
Would you say Pantera's first anthem they recorded? Would you say Pantera's first anthem?
Probably. Yeah. I mean, they would never write nothing like this again, obviously, but...
No.
Heavy Metal Rules, I mean, yep, it's pretty much what it is. Pretty much what a lot of bands were writing about back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Only a Heartbeat Away, another track that sounds like a lost Def Leppard track. It really does. Holy shit. That's all I really got to say about that track. Then we get into Kill. Oh man, now this track's super fucking fast. The track Killers.
Yes, it is.
Oh man, now this one's straight up double bass the whole way through here.
Yep.
This is a killer fucking track, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's why it's called Killers, because it's killer, no filler.
That'd be funny if it was called Fillers, and it was still fast.
So yeah, this song right here is just fast and frantic. It's fucking full double bass. Dimebag shredding like a madman on this track.
Yeah.
I would definitely say this is more along the lines
not Dimebag, Diamond Darrel. Still.
That's right. That's right. We're not at that period yet. It's still Diamond Darrel. Diamond Darrel, not Dimebag yet. Diamond Darrel. And Rex
Get
Rock.
It right, you moron. Oh, people in the chat, get it right, you moron. Hey, shut the fuck up.
Oh, man. Motherfucking heat.
You know what I think about this heat? You know what I think about this heat, Ben? It can go suck a dick and go to Mexico. That's where the heat can go. It can go suck a dick.
There we go. Alright, final track on here, Taking My Life, the ballady track of the album.
Yep.
Wow, this is very, very poppy for Pantera.
Yeah. I'd say it's the weakest track on the album.
It's definitely the weakest track on here. However, it's not like a bad track.
No.
It's pretty. Kind of reminds. Now, this one definitely sounds like it could have been on an album like Pyromania by Def Leppard. It's got that kind of sound to it. But so yeah, this is basically Pantera's Def Leppard clone album for the most part. Projects in the Jungle, yes. I think this album's definitely much improved over the debut Metal Magic. The production's definitely better on here.
Yep.
You know, it's not all staticky and noisy sounding.
No.
And
There's definitely not. There's less fuzz on this album.
Right, totally.
And we go to 1985 for the next album.
Final album with Terry Glaze on vocals. Terrence Lee, whatever the hell you want to call him, on vocals. I Am the Night.
I Am the Night.
They get a tad heavier on this album.
Yes.
But man, Hot and Heavy, holy fucking hell, is this song cheesy as balls.
It is. It's pretty cheesy. It's pretty Rookford.
Some of the most atrocious lyrics I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, God. I don't even want to say some of the lyrics, but oh, God.
Yeah, like, take a lick of my ice cream, baby. Come here. I think that's how it goes. Like that. It's bad.
And the words of Dr. Fuck, yeah.
This track's pretty fucking annoying.
Yeah.
I don't care for it. But
No.
then it gets better.
Title track.
To me, it's the weakest track on this album. It's a terrible opener. I Am the Night. Holy. Now,
I would.
Go ahead.
I was gonna add to that. Hot and Heavy shouldn't have opened the album.
No, not at all. Yeah, it's just a very bad, cheesy track. Now, okay, I can see why people would call Pantera hair metal with a track like that.
Yeah.
Or glam metal, whatever.
And some people say some people joke and say glam Terra. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
It's back in the 80s, they were just calling it heavy metal.
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought. Oh, the title track, I Am the Night.
I Am the Night. Oh, it's great. It's great.
Ooh, you talk about an improvement.
Mm-hmm. I think it's better than Projects in the Jungle and Metal Magic.
Yeah, this is definitely the best title track so far, like self-titled track out of the three. This thing's just blistering fast. It almost has a... Now, this one definitely has more of a Judas Priest feel.
Yeah.
And Dimebag, or Diamond Darrel, here we go. See, fucking tongue twister.
Just say Dimebag at this point.
Diamond. Oh my god, man. Diamond Darrel is just shredding on the guitar on this track.
Yeah.
He's all over the board on this track. Yeah, this is just pure speed metal.
Mm-hmm.
Vinny Paul's playing double bass straight through it. I mean, it's just fast. Onward We Rock is next. Now, here's a track to me. Yeah, it's a very corny track, but this track's heavy.
It's heavy.
I mean, probably the heaviest track they've done to this point, I would say. Because the beginning of it almost has like a thrash gallop riff, which you would hear in all future Pantera albums.
Yep. Do you think maybe they took that gallop from Iron Maiden a little bit, Ben?
I mean, possibly. I mean,
yeah.
Well, around this time, they were wanting to go in a heavier direction.
Yeah.
And this time period, too, is when they started hanging out with James Hetfield a lot.
Mm-hmm. Imagine if James Hetfield did an album around this time with Pantera. Imagine what that would sound like.
Right. Be interesting.
What's up, Speed King? Speed King! What's up?
We got Speed King in the house.
Ah, yeah.
Anyways.
Read.
So Onward We Rock, yes. Yeah. That opening riff's a bit of a thrash riff. You know?
Yeah.
Now, the song's definitely not a thrash metal song, but you kind of get a taste. You get a little bit of a taste of what's to come on this track.
Well, especially the next track,
you know. So the next track is
another guitar solo by Diamond Head Darrel. Fuck.
Diamond Darrel the movie, something like that.
What's up, Last Call Entertainment? Welcome to the chat, man.
What's going on, Last Call Entertainment? And thanks for the subscription.
All right, good night, John. See you, man. All right, good night, John. See you, man.
All right, take care, John.
Yeah, but yeah, Darrel Goes to the Movies, or DGTTM. Oh fuck, that guitar solo, man. That's blistering. It's blistering.
Honestly, this is probably one of my favorite Diamond Darrel guitar solos. I think it's absolutely awesome. It just has that 80s feel to it, too, with the atmosphere.
It's funny. Diamond/Dimebag, he should get more credit for being a guitar player, I think. It was way too much talent. Too much talent. And then taken away from us way too fucking soon afterwards.
I agree. I mean, especially on these first 4 albums, Dimebags or Diamond Darrel. Oh my god, I'm just gonna call him Dimebag.
Exactly.
Look at this tongue twister, because we're already used to calling him Dimebag Darrel here. Anyway, like I'm saying, yeah, there's some shreddy guitar stuff on here, man. I mean, on these first 4 albums, I mean, Diamond Darrel was just... Now I'm calling him Diamond Darrel. Anyways, back to yeah, there's plenty of shred on these first 4 albums. Yes. I think a lot of people...
there is.
Like, if you're just strictly in the 90s Pantera, you obviously fucking hate this shit. But we don't give a fuck.
We don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck because we love Pantera as a whole. We don't just love one era. Yeah.
Ghost is a cool band. I like Ghost.
Never really listened to Ghost, so I can't say. Never really listened to Ghost.
I actually enjoyed the new album.
Yeah.
Alright, so where are we at here? Daughters of the Queen.
We are at Daughters of the Queen.
This is a pretty cool track, too. It's kind of dark. Yeah, it kind of has a dark vibe to it. It kind of reminds me of Rat. I hear a lot of Rat on this track.
Rat.
Like, even, like, his vocals sound like Steve Pearcy in spots. You know? That's pretty much all I'm going to say. I think it's a pretty cool track, and there's a great guitar solo on this track by Dimebag Darrel, too. Down and Out. Or Down Below, excuse me. Down Below, next track.
2 minutes, 49 seconds. Fast.
Yep, another fast blitzer. Yeah, another fast blistering track.
Yep. It's this heat, man.
It's the fucking heat, dude. We apologize. It's not even the beer either. It's definitely the heat.
You want me to turn the heat up more?
Get the fuck out of here, shit, Mark. Oh yeah, Down Below. Just another kick-ass speed metal track.
Yeah.
Would be re-recorded on the next album.
I think that's why I enjoy. Me personally, I enjoy the 80s stuff because there is some fast stuff in the early stuff. You know, that is just fast, man. And it just hits you, too.
Like, I hear Judas Priest in a lot of these early albums, too, not just this fucking glam shit that people claim it is. It's not full-on glam metal like people say it is. Come On Eyes. Come On Eyes, another pretty cool track. It reminds me of Rat. I hear a lot of Rat in this track, too. I mean, the chorus kind of reminds me of Rat. It reminds me of Steve Piercy. I mean, pretty cool track.
Yeah.
Where are we at here?
Right on the Edge. Right on the Edge. Yeah.
This is another pretty cool track. It's a bit heavier, too. It's pretty good. Kind of reminds me of Beset a little bit. Like around the period.
But we haven't gotten to where Pantera gets dark yet. We'll get there.
Right. Oh, then what about the next track? Valhalla. Holy shit.
Valhalla.
Kick ass. Again, another really fast double bass fucking guitar shred fest of a track here.
Mm-hmm.
Just great stuff, in my opinion. Then Forever Tonight ends the album, again, kind of a ballady type of track. Similar to, Projects in the Jungle, how it ends. I mean...
Yeah, then there's a 2-year... And then there's a 2-year hiatus of Pantera making albums, and then we get 1988 power metal.
So what we'll do is we'll rank the Terrence Glaze, or I'll rank the Terry Glaze albums real quick. Least favorite is obviously wrong album.
That's hard. Whoops.
See, this would be a fucking horrible movie if this was in the theaters right now. There's so many fuck ups. Dude, it's been so
Here we go. Metal Bastards Cinema Productions. Our newest movie out. Fuckhead Metalhead.
Fuck up bloopers and all, man. Fuck up some bloopers and all.
You should actually make a bloopers video. Be kind of funny.
Weakest album, Metal Magic. Second weakest. I Am the Night. The best album, in my opinion, is Projects in the Jungle out of the first 3 albums.
My ranking's a little different, Ben. I'll go I Am the Night as the weakest. I'm gonna put Projects in the Jungle second, and I'm doing Metal Magic first, for me personally. I just like Metal Magic a bit. I like Metal Magic a bit more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, either or, these 3 albums are fun listens. I know a lot of the fucking Pantera fans hate these, but like I said, we don't care.
I mean, are they really Pantera fans?
Probably not. Gonna have to check those out.
Yeah.
Gonna definitely have to check that up there. Last Call Entertainment for sure, man. Okay, so we move on. 3 years later, we get a new lead vocalist, a better lead vocalist.
Phil Anselmo.
That's right, Phil Anselmo has finally joined the fold here on vocals, replacing Terry Glaze on vocals. And we get 1988's Power Metal. Again, we go even heavier on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we open it up with Rock the World, which kind of sounds like it could have been off those first 3 albums.
Rock the World.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool track, though. I mean, then the title track's Power Metal just kicks.
Kicks ass.
Fast. Definitely has a Judas Priest feel to it. Fucking Phil is hitting them Halford high notes. Notably, you get a lot of that on this album, with Phil Anselmo.
Yep.
We'll Meet Again. Now, this was
We'll Meet Again.
co-written by the guitar player from Kill, the band Kill.
Wait, what was the band? What was the band again, Ben? Kill?
The band's called Kill.
Keel?
K-E-E-L. Ron Kill.
Okay.
I think that's the track he wrote on here. We'll Meet Again, or it might have been Over and Out. No, it's not. No, it's definitely not Over and Out. Actually, it might be Proud to Be Loud. That might be the one he co-wrote. But there's actually footage of them playing in 1988 with him, or with the guitar player from Kill. Fuck, let's look this up real quick here on Good Wikipedia. I probably should have wrote this down too.
Boo! He stinks! Throw him off the stage! Hey, fuck you! Come up and fight me, motherfucker!
Let me look at the track listing here. Oh yeah, Mark Ferrari. It was Proud to Be Loud that he wrote. He actually wrote that whole song, Mark Ferrari, the guitar player of Kill. And he actually performed that track with Pantera back in 1988 when they were playing in the club scenes at the time. Anyways, oh yeah, we're talking about the track We'll Meet Again. Okay, We'll Meet Again. Very ballady. Now this one definitely kind of has a hair metal sound to it.
Yeah.
It's kind of a cool track, I guess. It's not one of my favorites on here, but it's alright. Let's talk about the track Over and Out. Now this is where we start hearing the thrash metal kick in more.
Yep.
Like, to me, Over and Out definitely has a Megadeth feel to it. I can hear some Megadeth in this track. In the end, it gets, like, ultra fast, like you would hear, like what you would hear in future Pantera, with, like, a little hardcore raspy type of ending to this track. So, yeah, Over and Out, definitely one of the heavier tracks on here. Proud to Be Loud, we kind of talked about it. Pretty much just a glammy type of track.
Yeah.
Then we get a re-recording of Down Below from I Am the Night with Phil Anselmo on vocals. Which I think this version is definitely better. I mean,
yes, it is.
Why they re-recorded it, I have no clue. To me, I think I would have just put another whole brand new track on the album instead of re-recording a track, or re-recording a track, you know?
Yeah.
So now we get into Death Trap. Death Trap. Now, on this track, again, you get some of those, what you would hear, what you would hear come Cowboys from Hell or Vulgar Display of Power a little bit, with the heaviness on this track. And this is like, okay, this would be a track too. Death Trap is where Vinny Paul's using a lot of different double bass drum patterns, which you would hear in the 90s Pantera. With like triplets and weird double bass weird double bass drum patterns, you know. Yes, I will agree that solo is freaking amazing on We'll Meet Again.
Yes,
that is a great Dimebag Darrel solo. That is an awesome solo. So yeah, Death Trap's pretty cool. There we go, fucking up again. Hard Ride. So Hard Ride is pretty much just mid-paced. It's probably one of my least favorite tracks on here, to be honest.
Oh, shit.
So then we get the track Burn. Another speed metal track, which is pretty kick-ass. Definitely has that Judas Priest type of influence. Then we get PST-88.
Darrel Paul Rocker. Darrel Paul.
Pussy Tight 88. Slug. Yeah, on lead vocals, you get Dimebag Darrel.
Vinny Paul. Dimebag Darrel. Yep.
Yep, Dimebag Darrel does the vocals on this track, the last track on the album, which I would definitely say this track kind of has a Metallica feel to it. Kind of has that Seek and Destroy type of vibe to it. It's a pretty funny track. Pussy Tight 88. How about Pussy Tight 2022, motherfuckers?
Yep.
Anyways, that's the final track from Power Metal.
Now we get into the good stuff.
Pretty cool album, though. I still enjoy this.
Yep. How would you rate? Yep. Yeah.
So yeah, Death Trap Over and Out. Yeah. You can definitely tell too, because Phil brought in that thrash metal and hardcore edge because he was already influenced by that stuff. Okay, now we get into the good Pantera.
Well, all Pantera is good, but yeah.
Oh, definitely. Now, this would have been the first Pantera album I heard way back in 1990. Like around the time when it first came out, actually. Obviously, we're talking about the first major label debut, Cowboys from Hell. They finally get signed to a major label, and they go even heavier. You might as well say the glam metal cheese. Yeah, the glam metal cheese is basically gone from this album.
Hey Ben, just call it cheese metal.
Cheese metal. How much cheese do you want with that wine? Do you want Swiss cheese? Do you want cheddar cheese? Do you want mozzarella cheese? Do you want provolone, pepper jack? What do you want?
No, I thought you were gonna do it like in a raspy metal voice. What do you want? Do you want cheese? Do you want some heavy metal? You want Roquefort? You want Swiss? Do you want wine with that cheese, sir? Yeah!
Yeah, totally. Oh, dude, it's too fucking hot to do that shit, man.
Yeah. I'm trying to make it entertaining. I'm trying. Yeah.
That's the whole point of YouTube, to entertain.
Yeah. If he wants entertainment, he should go to the fucking Chuckle Bucket. Crack jokes. Hey, shut up, asshole. Hey,
That's actually very true. Integrity 101 is actually right about that. That's a very good point. Yes, that's true. Cowboys from Hell was being performed as early as 1988 in their live set.
Yes, it was. Uh-oh, my leg's bleeding a little bit. Ah, fuck, I just hit my leg. It's bleeding a tiny bit. I'll be alright. Ain't nothing serious. I just banged it on my entertainment stand. So it's gonna be
never hurt nobody.
A little bit of blood won't hurt anybody.
Nah. So Pantera did release a demo prior to Cowboys from Hell coming out. That's right.
I think I sent you a track, right, Ben?
Yeah, you know what you did.
I sent you a couple.
Because I no longer have I used to have the 20th anniversary of this, and I don't have it anymore. You know, the version, the reissue that came with the demo. I don't have it no more. I gotta get it again.
Yeah.
Okay. No. We want to go to Cowboys from Hell. So this demo would have been recorded around 1989, I believe. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. So the demo had an intro. Then you get Shattered, Cowboys from Hell, Heresy, Cemetery Gate, Psycho Holiday, Medicine Man. Wait a minute. Okay. But no. I'm looking for that bonus track. There was a track recorded around that period.
Hold on, let me look it up on YouTube too, just to be sure. Because you know.
Oh, wait. Now I'm getting somewhere, I think. Oh, The Will to Survive. Okay, yeah, that's the track.
The Will to Survive, and then the Shattered demo.
Which I should mention too, The Will to Survive, there's a riff in that track that would be used on the next record on the track This Love. Yep. And that's the only track that did not make Cowboys from Hell. But anyways, back to the album. Yes, Cowboys from Hell. First major label debut. Get a better budget, you get a better production, you get Terry Date producing the album, which Terry Date's
better production.
Yep. Which Terry Date is famous for producing Metal Church, Overkill, White Zombie, and a plethora of other bands. So anyways, yes. Cowboys from Hell. What more could be said? It's a fucking iconic track.
Yes.
Stayed in their live set all the way till the end, pretty much. Man, Primal Concrete Sledge. Holy shit, is this a fucking
fuck. It's fast.
Man. Oh, yeah.
And this is where we get hard. This is where we start to see Phil Anselmo starting to go more hardcore. You know.
Yes, very hardcore, man. I mean, this song's fucking brutal.
Yes.
The guitar tone, man, that's what got me when I first heard this album. Like, I always thought Metallica had a great guitar tone on those early albums, but Jesus Christ, I think Dime's tone was even better. I don't get how people nowadays sit there and say Dimebag had a bad guitar tone. Are you people? What are you people listening to?
Well, you know, people said, back then you had the big four. You could have had the big five and added Pantera right in there with those guys.
Yeah.
Don't know why they didn't.
Oh, man, then we get into another track that's just absolutely freaking killer. Psycho Holiday.
Yep.
Holy shit, this song's just fucking kick-ass, man. It's like, man, it's like being run over by a fucking bulldozer or something.
Yep.
This track, with just the way it sounds, man. And I love how Vinny Paul and Dimebag and Rex Brown do the Eddie, Alex, and Michael Anthony type of thing. Kind of like Van Halen did. You get a guitar solo, but behind the guitar solo, you just get bass. You don't get another rhythm guitar track, man. That's how Van Halen used to do it on them early records.
And then you get then you get all those. Then while they get basses in there, you get the subtle double kicks. The nasty the fat double kicks from Vinnie Paul, leading on with the bass and Dimebag shredding. Oh God!
So Primal Concrete Sledge was the final song written for the album.
It was.
Yep. So thanks for that info, Integrity 101.
Thanks, Integrity.
All right, where are we at? Heresy. Oh, Heresy, man, is a killer track. Holy shit, yeah. This one's just a fucking pure thrash metal song here. I mean, I love it. Excellent riffs, excellent guitar tone, man.
Yeah.
Fucking Phil sounds fucking killer on this track.
Yeah.
I mean, you still get that scream too, Phil.
Yeah. Before all the drama started, this is just, and they were just having fun with that first record, the second record they did with Phil, and this is all them just having fun on this record.
Yep. So. And I noticed something too. I mean, I guess we can talk about this real quick. Like Phil back then, when he did interviews, he sounded so enthusiastic before the drugs really hit him. He sounded so good on interviews. And recently he's starting to sound that way again.
Yeah,
Since he got close, like he did back in the early 90s a bit.
Because I saw an interview from like 2004. It's like, yeah, well, he was kind of in that mindset from the drugs,
Yep.
Addiction, man. Addiction.
Yeah, he definitely sounds rejuvenated again, which is a damn good thing. So yeah, Heresy, man, what a killer track. Then we get Cemetery Gates. Holy crap, probably one of the greatest intros. That fucking guitar solo in the beginning, Jesus Christ. It still makes my fucking jaw drop to the ground to this day. I remember the first time I heard that, I'm like, that's got to be one of the best fucking guitar solos I've ever heard in my life. At the time, or when I was just fucking around 12, I would have been 11 years old.
Well, it's funny. Today we still don't hear a lot of bands today. You don't hear a lot of metal bands today that has that Pantera sound or has that aggressiveness, hardcoreness, just the fuck you attitude that Pantera had. I don't think bands today still have that, which I think is missing.
I don't think there's a lot of guitar players nowadays that are like Dimebag Darrel, where they have their own technique, their own sound. That's why I don't get why so many people bash Dimebag Darrel. He's a terrible guitar player. He was not a good lead player. Dude, the motherfucker was winning guitar contests at 15 years old. He played Eruption note from note perfectly. And a bunch of other stuff like early on. So these people that say, oh, Dimebag wasn't a good guitar player. Get out of your fucking Yngwie Malmsteen neoclassical fucking... Everything's got to be professional asses, and...
Yeah.
Fuck, appreciate this dude.
Yeah. I appreciate him. I think he deserves to be in the same category as Randy Rhoads.
Hell yeah, I know that. I definitely know that for a fact. Hell yeah. But Cemetery Gates, what a great track, man.
Yeah, it's dark too. It's dark, it's muddy, it's just sludgy and fucking fast. It has fast parts, and it's just a fucking great song. It's just a fucking great song.
So then we end the first half of this album with Domination. What a way to end the first half of this freaking album, man. This song just dumps your fucking guts in, man. Yeah. It's so fucking heavy and thrashy. Especially the end of the track with the
yeah.
Just so simple, but it's like being punched in the mouth.
Fuck. That's just Dimebag chugging away on that guitar there, man. It just hits you right in the gut, man. It just hits you right. Yeah, it just fucking hits you right in the gut.
But yeah, man. Domination absolutely fucking rules. What a great way to end the first half, man. Holy crap.
Yeah,
so then we begin the second half of the album with Shattered.
Shattered?
Damn.
Yeah.
Probably the only track on here that sounds like it could have been on power metal.
Yeah.
Because
I can see that.
It's just speed the whole way. Straight up speed the whole way through, double bass, you get those Rob Halford screams by Phil Anselmo on this track. I mean, just a great killer track. And man, that rhythm section that Dime's playing in this track is absolutely incredible. I mean, fast, technical, great stuff.
Yeah.
Now on the second half of this album, it's mainly just deep cuts for the most part.
Yeah.
Clash with Reality's next. Again, I think it's another kick-ass track.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of thrashy, pretty heavy,
Yeah, the next track's actually one of my favorite tracks on the album. I like Medicine Man. That's a killer track.
Actually, that's one of my favorite tracks, too. If I'm out at a bar or if I'm at the VFW, I will play that track on the jukebox. I think Medicine Man's killer. Oh man,
Message
another
in
track
Blood.
that has fucking killer guitar solos too by Dimebag Darrel. Message in Blood again, another deep cut on here that's pretty damn underrated.
Yep.
It's got some pretty cool bass playing by Rex Brown on it too. Then we get the Sweep. Again, the Sweep, it's kind of one of them tracks that's in the style of Cemetery Gates. It's pretty dark, it's melodic, and god damn, man. The fucking guitar solo on this track is just jaw-dropping.
Mm-hmm.
It's so damn good. Man. Then we end up with a fucking banger. The Art of Shredding. What a great way to end.
Dimebag on that. Dimebag's guitar playing just on that song. Oh.
Yes.
And you people say Dimebag sucks. You ought to be fucking shot in the head and put in the ground. You ought to be fucking shot.
Oh yeah, Official Live 101 Fruit. That's a damn good live album.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we end Cowboys from Hell, which came out July 24th of 1990.
We go to we go to my all-time favorite Pantera album. The next two are easily my top two for me. I'm not gonna say it yet.
And we go even heavier.
Heavier, man. Heavier.
And going are the High Halford Screams by Phil Anselmo.
Nope.
This is just straight up pretty much hardcore vocals. You still get the melodic vocals from Cowboys from Hell.
Vulgar display of power.
Power.
Which story? They got a guy off of the street near their studio to punch him in the face several times just to get the right photo frame for the album art cover.
Yep, that's pretty much what this album is a punch in the freaking face. It's so damn heavy. I mean, right away, man. Here comes the hardcore.
We forgot to mention the label. Echo.
Yep, Echo Records.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think we forgot to mention that when we were talking about Cowboys from Hell. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, Echo Records, that's basically it's basically a distribute. God damn this fucking heat. I got the air conditioning on. I'm just so damn exhausted from today.
I do. Guess. Yeah, me too.
It's basically a distribution of Atlantic Records is what I was trying to say. It is Atlantic Records, Atco Records. What the fuck am I saying?
It's just heat, man.
Yep. So going into this record, we got Terry Date producing again, co-produced by Pantera. I'm sure Vinny Paul had a lot to do with, Terry Date and Vinny Paul. So, This fucking album, though, man, oh, man. I remember the first time I heard this, I was like, holy crap, man. It's like the album cover. It's like you got punched square in the fucking face like 100 times, man, after listening to this. Man, you thought the guitar tone on Cowboys from Hell was killer. This one's even more killer. Jeez. Yeah. Out for War.
I think this one's even more of a raw album, too.
Yeah. In the rhythm section,
Mouth of War. Oh, yeah, Mouth of War.
I would definitely agree with that. Art Shredding, it's very underrated. Anyways, let's get to this album. Mouth for War begins very hardcore-like. It definitely has a hardcore vibe to it.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike anything they did on Cowboys from Hell. So yeah, you get a little bit more hardcore influences on this track. Heavy as fuck, I mean... Yeah, man. Great way to open this fucking album, man. Then we get into the next track.
A New Level.
Oh, man, oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, man. Again, another track that has hardcore riffs. And it was used on Headbangers Ball back in the day. Yep, it was. That's how I actually first heard this track. I'm like, holy crap, that fucking guitar tone is so fucking heavy. It's so damn mean sounding, you know?
Oh yeah, Integrity, that solo in A New Level is pretty underrated.
I definitely agree, yes, it has a killer. Yeah, that fucking solo was killer, man. I remember when I used to play in my old band, Justifiable Sin, I tried to get them to cover this track, because I really wanted to cover it. Well, the vocalist at the time was not into the track, so we never ever covered it. And I'm like, oh, fuck, man. Because to me, this is one of my favorite Pantera tracks. I mean, yeah, the solo's just ripping on this track. Like, the ingredients are all there. The heaviness, the hardcore, the tone, the solos, the rhythm section. It's all there, man. The next track. Do we really got to talk about this next track? Because if you don't know this next track,
you're living under a... Yeah. You must be living at a kindergarten.
Even better.
Walk. Oh god, just the intro of Walk. The intro just hits you right away.
Yep.
You just get the Dimebag intro, then Vinny's hitting those toms.
Yep.
With Dimebag's playing, it's just hits you, man.
Oh, Walk, man. I mean, yeah, it's definitely their most popular song, probably.
It is.
Man, it's simple, it's infectious. I mean, the riff is catchy, it's simple, it's catchy, you know? It's nothing overly complicated.
No.
And again, you get another excellent solo by Darrel.
Yes, you do.
Fuck. I mean, I probably went through a little bit of a period where I was a little sick of this track, I guess. But as of lately, it's like, I can't get enough of this track now. You know?
Yeah. Oh, the next track I love more. The next track I like more than Walk.
Fucking Hostile!
Fucking Hostile. 2 minutes and 48 seconds. Shortest track on the album.
Yep, definitely definitely a pure thrash metal song.
Yes.
So, yeah. I mean, this song's just what it is. It's a fucking Hostile, man. It makes you want to fucking mosh. It makes you want to do fucking circle pits. It makes you want to dump the stage and do all kinds of crazy shit. You know? That's what it makes you want to do, man. And it makes you want to punch stupid people square in the fucking face. But no, man, fucking Hostile, dude. Excellent, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Nope, that's true. Those songs stayed in the set list.
Yeah. And we're on to This Love, which 6 minutes 32 seconds, the longest track on the album.
Yep.
Longest track.
Excellent track. A dark track.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that fucking heavy breakdown riff in this track. Holy shit, man. It still gets me to this freaking day. Jeez.
I don't know if it was ever played live. I don't know if they played This Love live.
Oh yeah. They played it was always in their live set. Yep. I mean, it's another one of them tracks that was pretty damn big for them, I guess. You know?
Yeah.
Then, man, another track, too, that has some of Dimebag's best fucking guitar solos. Excellent guitar solos in this track, especially the outro. The outro solo is freaking amazing to this.
Yes, it is.
So then, it kicks into Rise, which Rash. What the fuck did I say?
Rash.
Yeah.
Abbott.
Rash. I got a rash. from my fucking skull being baked from this freaking humidity.
Yeah, where's the rain?
Yep. That's true, yeah. This love always got played though live. But no, back to Rise. Oh man, this song just kicks your fucking skull into. It's thrashy, it's fast, aggressive, very pissed off sounding, you know. And that pretty much ends the first half of the album. So then we
Yep.
the second half with No Good Attack of the Radical.
Oh,
you know,
fuck yeah.
This song is another song that kicks maximum ass.
Yep.
With some excellent fucking heavy as shit rips by Dimebag Darrel. Now, you know, Phil Anselmo has been accused of being a racist, which he's not a fucking racist.
No, he's not.
Because this track is against racism. Listen to the lyrics in this track. It's against racism. So anyways.
Yep.
Yeah, this track, man, another killer track. Just heavy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I love the way the track ends, too, with the fucking huge drums and the fucking heavy guitar outro. Just great stuff. So then we go into...
Living a Hole.
Yeah, another pretty cool heavy tune.
Yep.
This one definitely has the groove in it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, just another kick-ass tune. Regular People Conceit. Pretty much a deep cut on here. Another pretty cool track. Gets a little thrashy in parts. Again, another track that's pretty groovy, you know. Then this track really kicks ass by Demons
Be Driven. Oh.
Just machine gun ripping in this track, man.
Yep.
Oh, man. It's like a fucking orgasm with the hottest fucking Playboy models in the world, man. That's what my Be Driven is.
Yeah.
Or the hottest penthouse model. Something.
Yeah.
Then we ended off with Hollow.
With Hollow. Yeah, fuck.
Oh,
yeah. Great way to end off the album.
Another really good, touching song to end it off. Kind of similar to Cemetery Gates. Man. Really good stuff. Then it gets like super heavy at the end. Kind of like how the old Metallica songs used to end. Like back on the Master of Puppets days with like Sanitarium or Fade to Black.
Yeah.
Or start out all mellow, then.
This is. Like I said, Vulgar Display of Power. This is the album. The next album. Well, this is the album where Pantera almost gets that taste of, you know, popularity and, you know. You can see from the last albums, you see Pantera starting to rise. They're starting to climb their way up, basically. They're also climbing their way up the charts, too, with Vulgar Display of Power. Yeah.
All right. Well, the album that hit number one.
Yeah.
It did not get 1 ounce of radio play. Far Beyond Driven. And it gets even heavier. Of course.
Yes, it does.
Man, this album, I think it came out on March 25th of 1994, if I remember correctly. I'm not currently on Wikipedia.
Sorry, Ben, I had to put my phone on the charger, so don't mind if my camera's blurry. I can still see you.
Yep. So Vulgar Display came out on February 25th, 92, but I didn't mention that. It was recorded in 91, obviously. Far Beyond Driven came out on March 22nd, 1994. And yes, produced by Terry Date again. Yeah. Even though I think maybe Vulgar Display, but yeah, I could see Far Beyond Driven because this one even goes heavier, a bit more groovier too.
Yes.
Like still a little bit of thrash on here, but I hear a lot more groove on this one.
Yeah.
Like Strength Beyond Strength opens it. It's a barn burner of a song, very hardcore sounding.
Mm-hmm.
Starts out pretty fast, thrashy. You get a very cool guitar solo by Dimebag Darrel in this track too. It's this is where Dimebag to me starts doing a lot more sound effects, I guess, with his guitar solos. It's quite different in a lot of ways.
I think also I noticed he uses a whammy bar on this album. I don't know if anybody hears it, but I hear it.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of whammy bar here. Definitely a lot of them high squeals too,
Yeah.
But yeah, this track, oh man, what a strong way to begin this freaking album. Boy, Vulgar display of power fucking punched you in the face. Far Beyond Driven's like having a drill stuck straight up your freaking ass.
Yep.
I mean, this thing is just killer. It's a great way to begin. Then we get into Becoming. Oh man, another kick-ass track, heavy. Oh man, the drum work in this track is just absolutely impressive too. With the different stuff Vinny Paul's doing with the double bass on this track.
Yep.
Just that rhythm section. It's like It's literally one of the best rhythm sections ever in metal, in my opinion. Just the way they did things and how Don and Vinny wrote their parts. 5 Minutes Alone, another kick-ass groovy track. Heavy. It's got that hardcore edge to it.
And probably the most popular. Next track is probably the most popular track on the album, easily.
Yep. Not too hard to play on guitar either.
No.
It's kind of like Walking Away, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's not like overly complicated to play on guitar, but still really good stuff and really catchy stuff.
Yeah.
When we get into I'm Broken, first single that came out on this album. I remember seeing the video on Headbangers Ball when it aired way back in '94 before the album came out. And yeah, it was like, yes, fucking new Pantera, man. That's what I was thinking when I was a kid,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Phil's voice on this track. Oh my god.
Yeah, definitely good stuff. It's the thing you notice too. Phil sounds really angry on this album.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the melodic stuff is pretty much going on this album.
I forgot to say something, Ben. We do have a cover on this album. There is a cover song on this album. There is a cover song.
Yep, and we will definitely be talking about that.
Yep.
Oh, where am I at? Oh, I'm Broken. Yeah, first single released. Very groovy,
Definitely more groove. Definitely has that. Definitely. I think this album is where Pantera gets their really iconic groove sound. I think this is where they really have that groove metal sound. Is Far Beyond Driven.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, I would definitely agree. And then we get Good Friends and a Bottle of Pills. Because I fucked your girlfriend last night while you stored and enjoyed. I fucked your love. You know what song.
Yeah.
She called me daddy and I called her baby and I smacked her ass and I ate her alive till daylight.
The lyrics are a little cheesy, but they're kind of funny. It fits the song.
It's definitely the weakest. I mean, it's easily the weakest track on here, but it's still kind of fun to listen to all these years later.
Ooh, the next song.
Hard Lines and Sunken Cheeks. I think this track's very underrated. It's one of my favorites. It's got one of my it's got another one of my favorite Dimebag Darrel solos on here.
Yep.
It's very spacey sounding too. It's really cool.
Yep.
Then we get back to heavier territory with Slaughtered.
Slaughtered.
Man,
Fuck yeah.
This track just kicks your fucking. Oh my god, man! It just kicks your fucking teeth straight down your motherfucking foot. Yeah, straight down your motherfucking throat and out your freaking asshole. That's how fucking heavy it is. Just great stuff. 25 years. Kind of a deep cut on here. Pretty cool track, you know. Then we get Shedding Skin, which is kind of a pretty dark song, you know.
Yes.
Kind of a little melodic in parts, but it gets pretty heavy too. Use My Third Arm, another one of my favorite tracks on here. Mm-hmm. So the heaviness picks back up again. And you get a little bit of thrash in this tune. So it's all in all, I think this is a really cool track. You know, I enjoy it. I think it's one of Pantera's best tracks. Throes of Rejection. Oh, man. Throes of Rejection. Excuse me. Another fucking kick-ass tune. Heavy.
Yep.
I love the ending of the tune where it gets like ultra fucking heavy. How it like slows down and just pounds. And final track, the cover track, Planet Caravan.
Oh, I love the cover.
I wonder what band originally done that track. I really wonder. How about our God, Sabbath?
Yeah.
It's a cool cover. I mean, they do a really good job of covering it. I mean, like to me, Planet Caravan's definitely something you would probably hear more of in Down.
Yep.
Like that style, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some of those other band Down. But all in all, pretty cool track. Yeah. And that's Far Beyond Driven in a nutshell. In between this album, Phil and Selma would go and record the first Down album, NOLA, and really start getting a bad one, and really started getting a bad heroin problem.
Right. And then we get the next album, which a lot of people take a shit on this album. A lot of people like this album. There's some good tracks on it. The Great Southern Tranquil.
Right there. Probably Pantera's darkest album and angriest album. At least I think it is. I mean, this album's just... you could definitely... Maybe at the time I didn't really notice it. But like years later, when you hear the stories about what went on at the time going into this album... Like, at the time... Like, I'm trying to think. Phil recorded his parts in a separate studio. He was nowhere near the band when he made this album.
Yeah.
So he did his vocals pretty much. I think he did his vocals in Trent Reznor's studio, which Trent Reznor does have a guest appearance on this album. Alright, so going into the track listing... Opening it up, we get the title track, The Great Southern Tranquil. Holy cripe. Mm-hmm. Right away. You can tell what you're getting yourself into with this album. This song just explodes, man.
Yeah, yes it does.
So fast, so heavy, so angry.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is one angry sounding track, man. Holy cow. But then when it slows down, you get a pretty cool outro, you know, with Dimebag. He's doing, like, some groovy riffs. Does a pretty cool solo outro, you know. Then we get into War Nerve, another just angry track. Man. Heavy, angry, in your face. What more can be said? I mean, that's what it is.
Yep. Sorry if I'm not talking much, guys. It's just the heat's getting to me, too. So sorry if I'm silent a lot. Yeah.
Oh, it's all right. Warner is freaking heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Another just angry, pissed off sounding track. Then we go to Drag the Waters, which was actually, I guess it would be the single released off this album.
Yep.
Pretty heavy, pretty
know.
groovy.
Yeah. I don't know why the title. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I don't know why the title track wouldn't be a single off of the album. I think it should be a single.
Southern kill, fuck yeah. So Drag the Waters slows it down a little bit. Pretty much swampy and heavy.
Yep.
It's got those groovy Dimebag, Darrel, and Vinny Paul rips going on,
Yep.
Tens. Then we get Tens. Tens is pretty weird. It's dark. Kind of psychedelic sounding. But I kind of enjoy it. I like the solos in this track. I like the atmosphere of this track. I mean, yeah. 13 Steps to Nowhere, and side one of this album. It's got a simple riff. Pretty cool track,
Yep.
Pretty cool drumming.
Hey, Ben.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna tap out, man. I don't think I can do much more. No offense or anything.
But we only got one more album to do.
No, I'll stay on. I'm sorry. I'm just out of it right now.
That's all right. We'll try to rush through this. So I'm kind of feeling just out of it too.
Yeah.
13 Steps to Nowhere, pretty cool song. Suicide Note Part 1.
Oh, the Suicide Note Part 2, I think is better than Part 1. I think Suicide Note Part 2.
This is just dark stuff. Really dark stuff.
Yeah.
Part 1 is, and then Part 2 just explodes into frantic thrash craziness.
Yep. Vinny Paul's drumming on Suicide Note Part 2.
Yep, crazy stuff.
Yeah. Living Through Me, Hell's Wrath.
Another excellent killer track. This is where Trent Reznor makes an appearance.
Yep.
In the middle. With some very industrial-like keyboard parts in the middle. Pretty cool stuff. Kind of a deep... a lot of these tracks on here are pretty much deep cuts.
Yeah.
Then you got Floods, a more melodic track. This one definitely has a dark atmosphere. In the outro guitar solo, I'm going to mention something real quick about that outro guitar solo. Dimebag has been playing that solo part prior to this being released since at least 1987. Like when he went into his solo breaks live.
Yep.
That outro of Floods he would actually play going all the way back to the 80s. And The Underground in America. Jesus Christ, is this track fucking heavy. It's an F-sharp tuning. I don't think anybody was really tuning that low at the time. It's just freaking heavy and angry.
It is.
And ends with Reprise Sandblasted Skin. Basically a continuation of just brutal. And that's it for that album. Okay, now we can get to the final album here, and then we're done.
Reinventing the Steel.
March 21st, 2000. Honestly, I think out of the Phil Pantera albums, this honestly is the weakest album. I like it, but I don't know. You could definitely tell there was something not quite right with this album at the time. Well, Phil was on a bunch of projects at the time.
Side note, This was the album where Pantera had a debut in SpongeBob for one episode, where they did a little track for Nickelodeon. True story.
Yep. So we begin the album with Hellbound. Pretty cool way to begin it.
Yep.
It's heavy, it's fast. Now this one, oh shit, I should have mentioned that quick on. So this is the first album not produced by Terry Date.
Yep.
You definitely tell the production definitely sounds different on here. And it's produced by Sterling Whitfield with Vinny Paul and Dimebag Darrel.
Yep.
Which I think just stuck with Terry Date, but that's just my opinion. Hellbound, really good thrashy beginning. Goddamn Electric was that's a pretty cool track. It's got a guest appearance by Kerry King of Slayer on this track.
Yes, it does.
So that's a pretty cool track. Yesterday Don't Mean Shit. Another track. Alright. Yeah, Yesterday Don't Mean Sheet. Yesterday Don't Mean Sheet. Yeah, Yesterday Don't Mean Sheet, man. Yesterday Don't Mean Shit. Cool track. Just to the point, heavy. Okay, I gotta be honest, I do not care for this next track. There's something about it I don't like. You've gotta belong to it. Not a big fan of it.
No.
There's just something about it I don't like.
Yeah.
But then we ended strong with Revolution Is My Name, which was actually a minor hit from this album. It actually got some radio play at the time, too.
Yeah.
Pretty cool way to end the album. So then we turned it over to Death Rattle.
Death Rattle.
Good song. Back to the thrash on this track.
Yeah.
We'll grind that axe for a long time. Pretty cool track.
Yeah.
I like it.
Uplift.
Uplift. See, this is the album where the tracks don't resonate with me. Like when you flip it for some reason. Like Uplift, I don't have much memory of, which is weird.
Yeah.
It makes them disappear again, and that one's all right. I mean, it's nothing spectacular. Outcast A Shadow, though, is a damn good way to end the album. I mean, it's a short album too, 43.
Oh, 53. On the Japanese version of the album, you get another Black Sabbath cover, which is "Hole in the Sky."
That's very true, which is a killer cover.
Yep.
Yeah, they did Cat Scratch Fever too. They did a couple other covers and a couple other B-side tunes too.
Yep.
But anyways, that's pretty much our deep dive into the Pantera discography.
Yeah.
If this deep dive sucked, we apologize. Because
we apologize.
It's been hot, it's been muggy. We tried to be entertaining throughout it.
Yeah. It's just this heat, man.
Yeah. Maybe we'll redo it down the road when we can get more people to join us for it. So.
Yep.
But that's it for now.
Yep.
Peace. Out, and thanks for joining in to the. Catch you all later.